Hey everybody, so recently on YouTube, somebody put out a YouTube short that basically said that the 80-20 rule for jobs is false and that anybody saying that it's true is simply motivated by wanting to get views or wanting to sell courses or that kind of thing. At least that's what I got from this YouTube short. Now, listen, you can think what you want. I'm not here to browbeat anybody into thinking what I think. You make up your own mind. Now, I do feel, though, I have to respond to this because I really do maintain that what they're saying is absolutely false. And based on the fact that I've observed this, every job I've gotten in the last 20 years has been on the hidden job market, and countless other reasons. Now, so they're saying it's false. I'm saying it's true. How is one to know? Okay. I don't want to change anyone's opinion. What I'm recommending is what I've always recommended, that you guys go out, do your own research and find out for yourself what's going on. And then if you agree, like most people, that this rule is true, then come back and we can talk about how to succeed, knowing that this 80-20 rule is valid. Now, here's what I recommend you do. You can do this, okay? As always, do your own research, and the absolute starting point, I would think, would be something like ChatGPT. Let's do it right now. Okay, so with regard to jobs, what percentage of jobs are actually posted publicly, and what percentage of jobs are not posted publicly? I mean, they exist, and people can get them, but they're not posted publicly. Let's see what it says. Okay, nobody knows the exact, but we do have some credible ranges. Okay, the most commonly cited numbers, 20 to 30% of jobs are publicly posted, and 70 to 80% are never posted publicly. This is often referred to as the hidden job market. Okay, so listen, whether you believe me or not, whether you believe ChatGPT or not, this is what it says. Okay, now maybe the second thing one could possibly do is, let's say you don't trust ChatGPT, you want to go to a different AI. So here's Venice AI. Venice is, as far as I know, it's almost like the opposite of ChatGPT. Let's ask it. Okay, so in terms of jobs, what's the percentage of jobs that are posted publicly? And what's the percentage of jobs that are not posted publicly, but those jobs exist and one could get them? Let's see what this thing says. Ooh, the suspense. It's thinking, ladies and gentlemen. Some things can't be rushed. Here we go. Okay, based on the search results, there's significant variation in estimates of jobs that aren't publicly posted, often referred to as the hidden job market. The most commonly cited figure is 70 to 85% of all available positions. The majority of sources suggest that approximately 7 to 80% of jobs are never posted publicly. For example, one source states that up to 70% of jobs. So blah, 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 blah. So anyway, this tends to agree that it's true. Now, Here's what I would say would be a better test for most people, okay? You don't have to believe me, you don't have to believe anyone else, you don't have to believe AI, or, do a Google search, maybe that might convince you, but do this. Go and talk to your friends and family members and say, listen, the last job that you got or you held, how did you get that job? Was it through applying cold to a public job posting? Or was it through some other means, like some form of networking, for example? A friend of a friend brought your attention to the role, and that's how you were hired. Or a friend of a friend or somebody put in a good word for you, and they got the employer to consider you, and then they hired you. Do that with your friends and family, and see what the consensus is. In the vast majority of cases, I'd be willing to suspect that the results are going to come back saying that most people did not get hired from a public job posting. They were made aware of the job through networking, some form of networking, and that's how they were able to discover the job. So that's what I'd have to say. Now, listen, I encourage you to go out and do your own research and figure this stuff out. I'm not trying to browbeat anybody into believing what a certain thing. I think there's a lot of people out there that don't want this to be true because it kind of threatens their worldview. The reality of the business world is that this happens quite a lot. Okay, the reason why it happens in a nutshell is because hiring on the hidden job market, meaning filling a job through either somebody you know or through a recommendation from someone you trust, number one, is quicker. Number two, it's cheaper. You don't have to sit in rounds after round of job interview. You don't have to have endless meetings with recruiters and other HR people trying to determine, what the job posting should say, what the requirements should be. You don't have to filter 1,000 resumes. You don't have to do the reference checks and the background checks that you have to do in the hidden job market. There's a lot of reasons why this is true. It produces better results. It's quicker and it's cheaper. Hiring has always worked like this. It looks like it will work like this for the foreseeable future. Yes, I'm on YouTube talking about this. Yes, I have courses that including this one, that are for me explaining how to get hired in the hidden job market, among other things, with templates and processes and step-by-step procedures, explaining all the principles. Yes, I do that. But I do it because I think that most people are not aware of this who perhaps could benefit from it. And so I'm just trying to share that knowledge, which really doesn't have many people drawing attention to this. So you make up your own mind, figure out what your worldview is, if you think this is real or not. And then if you do think it's real, come back to my channels, whether you're watching me on my main channel or one of my alternate channels here, probably this one. And we can certainly talk about how this can work for you. Okay? Thanks for your attention. You guys are awesome. I will see you in the next video. Take care.